holly. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel. Fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. Fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before.
All right, y'all, we are back on the Kringle journey today. The dough has been in the refrigerator all night long, almost 24 hours actually. I think I made it around 3 o'clock yesterday, and it's about 1 o'clock right now. So it's been in the refrigerator for about 23 hours. It's still really, really soft, so I'm not sure how it's gonna work out. Let me grab my apron. So if y'all missed any of the Kringle adventures that we've been having, it's a recipe from this Jolly Holidays Gooseberry Patch cookbook, which I love. I absolutely love this book. It has recipes in it, it has stories, different crafts and all. It's great. And I found this Kringle recipe in here. They have it in the breakfast section, and it doesn't really describe what Kringle is. So I did some research online, looking it up and all. This recipe actually describes Kringla instead of Kringle. I'm not sure why they called it Kringle in here. Maybe their family just called it Kringle. I don't know. It's recipes, you know, from different people in the book. Anyway, I watched a lady, I'm pretty sure she was from Norway. She made this Kringla. She called it Kringla, and she called them cookies. So I'm assuming they are cookies. She knew what she was talking about. She knew how to make them. And she let her dough stay in the refrigerator overnight. So that's what we did. And we're gonna try to make them again today. So you take the dough, roll it out into a rope shape, and then shape it into, some people call it the letter B, some people say figure 8, and then some people just shape them into like a pretzel shape. We're gonna kind of do the pretzel shape. And then they just go in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes. Is that what it said? Yeah, 8 to 10 minutes. Once we get these in the oven, I'm also gonna go ahead and make my cookie doughs for cookie decorating day. This year, we're gonna do some gingerbread cookies and cut out sugar cookies. So I'm gonna go ahead and make both of those doughs up today and get them in the refrigerator. That way, when cookie decorating day gets here, we've already got the dough ready to go. We'll be ready to roll out and cut some cookies. Okay, we've got flour here, and we just take our dough and pinch off about a tablespoon of dough. That's what it says in the book. It is a little firmer today, still pretty soft, but it is a little bit better. We roll it out into the rope shape. I might try to do some in a figure 8. So we tasted it yesterday. We went ahead and baked a few of them and tasted it, and they taste really good. They just taste like a cookie to me. I mean, they tasted like a cookie. You can just barely get that hint of nutmeg that's in them. If y'all want to see the recipe for them, I'll link yesterday's video down below. It's doing a lot better today for sure. Yeah, you can help. Manny's gonna wash his hands and help. Does it look fun? Mm-hmm. But yeah, going ahead and making the dough for Christmas cookie decorating day will definitely make the day that we do it easier to already have the dough made and chilled, because you know you have to let it chill for a little while before you can cut them out and everything. So all that part will be done, and we'll just be ready to bake and decorate.
I like this Christmas towel.
Yeah.
I like those candy canes on the tree. And the candy canes on the tree looks like these candy canes.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm getting the hang of it, y'all. They're looking a lot better than yesterday's. Have you been eating a candy cane today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Put your hands in some flour first. Now you take your dough, there's yours right here. You can get that one. And you roll it into a ball first. See, just like with Play-Doh, roll it into a ball. You got it. Now you put it down and you start rolling it. You're trying to make it like a snake. You know how you do a Play-Doh snake?
Yeah.
Do that. See the ends right here?
Mm-hmm.
You bring them into the middle, just like that. Almost like you're making the letter B or a pretzel shape.
Did you know big stuff actually will burn and small stuff doesn't burn?
Oh, really?
Yeah. You remember when we made those other cookies?
Mm-hmm.
I said small stuff doesn't burn.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And that's big, so that's going to burn.
Oh, you think those are going to burn?
Yeah, because big stuff burns.
Oh.
That's why, because wood is big, so that's why wood's burns.
Oh.
And if there's a small piece of wood in there, it won't burn.
Okay. I think we're almost ready to put these pans in the oven.
I want it to be small.
Okay. You do a small one, and we'll see how your small one turns out. And I'll finish this last
because
one.
small stuff doesn't burn.
Right.
This won't burn.
Okay.
So I will make.
I kind of feel like the small one might burn though while we're waiting on the big ones to get done. What do you think?
Small stuff does burn if you leave it in there too long.
Oh yeah. So we might need to get yours out early.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Now you make the pretzel.
Okay. Let me wash my hands.
See? That won't burn. It's nice and small.
We got the timer set.
Yep. And all of it's sticking to me.
Yeah. Okay, let's take out the Kringla. Everybody's that I've watched still looked really light like this on the top, so there's how it looks. It definitely looks more like, I mean, I think she did the figure 8 shapes, the lady that I watched maybe, but anyway, it definitely looks more like hers today. It's fluffier, not so flat, so we'll let them cool a little bit and taste them. I think they would be good with frosting and sprinkles on top. Here's Manly's. It didn't burn. Got a little darker on the bottom, but it didn't burn. Right, it didn't burn. You were right. While these are cooling, we'll go ahead and mix up the gingerbread dough. We're softening some butter. Now I'm cutting this recipe in half because I can't remember how many dozen gingerbread cookies this said that it made. It was a pretty good bit of them, so I'm cutting it in half, but I'll put the full recipe down below for y'all. Here's the softened butter. Ours is about, I think 6 tablespoons there. And we need half a cup of brown sugar. All right, we're gonna cream those together for about 3 to 5 minutes. I tasted the Kringla. It's definitely much better today. It's almost like a cookie cake. I don't know if y'all can tell. I just broke this one in half. Focus, there we go, now you can see it. It's almost like a cake cookie. They're really good. I mean, I still need practice. They're definitely probably the ugliest Kringla cookies ever, but they taste good. We're scraping down the sides here. We're gonna add 1 egg, and the recipe calls for molasses, but I don't have molasses. I do have sorghum, so we're gonna use sorghum syrup. I think I got chocolate on my wall back there. I just saw that. Let me wipe that off real quick. When's the last time we made something chocolatey over here? There's the egg. And we need 1/4 cup of the sorghum. Like I said, you can use molasses or sorghum. I mean, this is just me. I think that sorghum is not as stout as molasses as far as like the flavor and scent, but they're really similar. Okay, we'll mix that together. In this little bowl, I'm gonna mix together some ginger. The ginger always hides from me, y'all. Every single time I need ginger, I cannot find it. Oh, there it is, okay. We're gonna put a teaspoon of ginger, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, 3/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. You can use cloves instead of nutmeg if you want to for that part. And 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. Okay, we're gonna mix all this together and add it into the mixer, and then we're gonna add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, a little bit at a time until it's all mixed together good. I'm gonna do a 1/2 cup at a time. Okay, we got a beautiful dough there. That's beautiful. It smells like gingerbread. This is also good to do if you just want to make up a whole bunch of these cookie doughs and put them in the refrigerator or the freezer, and then all throughout the holidays when you get ready to make cookies, you've already got the dough. You just roll it out. Like if one day you're like, I'd like to have about 5 or 6 cookies, just grab a little bit of the dough and make you a few cookies. After we get the other dough made, we'll make a couple of gingerbread cookies and some sugar cookies so we can show them how they look.
Did Dad just give you an idea to make some of these?
I think my dough will fit in this little bowl since I cut it in half. I cut it in half since we're doing gingerbread and the cut out sugar cookies. But you roll this dough really flat, you know, to cut it out. So it makes a lot of cookies, a lot more than it looks like it'll make. It's not as brown as it would be if we used molasses. That's a little darker than the sorghum. All right, we'll cover that one, get it in the refrigerator. I'm gonna wash the mixing bowl and we'll make the sugar cookie, cut out cookie dough. I'm making an easy supper tonight, spaghetti. I'm using a different recipe for these cutout cookies this year. I have like the old-fashioned easy cutout cookie recipe. I'll try to find that video and link it down below. Also, a lot of years we've made the really easy cutout cookie dough with, I think it's Betty Crocker sugar cookie dough mix that you get from the store. You can change up that recipe a little bit to make them like cutout cookies. So I'll link both of those down below. This time, it's a brand new recipe we've never tried before. So yeah, it'll be good that we make a couple of these to see how they turn out since we've never made them before. We need a test run on them before cookie day. These use a cup of shortening. I can't remember exactly what it said, but I know it said that they turn out perfect every time, guaranteed. So we're gonna find out. 1 cup of shortening and 1 cup of sugar. Okay, we're gonna cream those two together. We're putting in 1 egg and 2 tablespoons of milk. And we need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. All right, we're gonna scrape down the sides, mix it a little bit more, and we're gonna put in 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm gonna just add all that in a little bit at a time. Okay, now we're gonna scrape this down and I'll mix it just a little bit more, and then we're gonna do the same thing with this one. I'll put it in a bowl and we'll put it in the refrigerator for at least an hour with the gingerbread dough, and then we'll take just a little bit of each one to make a couple of cookies because we already have our Kringla cookies over there, so we won't need too many, but I'll make a couple just so y'all can see how they turn out. I got flour everywhere over here, Mr. Man. You watching Bah Hum Duck? Ah.
We have a visitor, folks. Appreciate you coming by. We got about 6 more horses to go, and we'll be heading home to get some supper.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo.
That dough goes far, y'all. As you can see, I just got a little bit, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll probably get 7 cookies out of this dough. I was only trying to make 2 or 3. Stretches farther than you think. All right, y'all. Can't find my gingerbread man cookie cutter, so we're just gonna make gingerbread snowmen. Okay, they're going in the oven for just about 7. I'm thinking they're only gonna take about 7 to 8 minutes. We'll see. I'm just gonna make a little bit of icing for this. This is kind of like a really simple royal icing. I'm just putting a couple of teaspoons of light corn syrup in 1 cup of powdered sugar. I'm making it a little bit since we just have a few cookies. We've got the Kringla cookies and the cut out gingerbread and sugar cookies that we made. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of vanilla, and then we're gonna use a little bit of heavy cream. And we're leaving ours white. I'm not gonna do any colors since we're just doing this little bit. It's not actually cookie day yet, so we'll just do white icing. And I'll just add more heavy cream as I need while I mix it up. Okay, now I'll lay out some parchment paper. I'll taste this little snowman cut out one of the sugar cookie so I can tell y'all how it is. This one was a little shorter than the rest, so I'll use him as a taste test. Absolutely wonderful. That recipe is definitely a winner. Now the gingerbread one, great. Mine are crunchy because I made them thin, but if you want them to be more soft and less crunchy, just make them thicker. You'll have to bake them a little bit longer, but these ended up taking maybe 8.5 minutes at 350. Which sprinkles do you want? You got this kind, or those kind, or those kind? Oh, you did sparkles? Ooh, goodness. That's okay, here. You can just shake them off. There you go. Now it's perfect. It's a Norwegian Christmas tree.
Kringle.
We added the frosting and all that wasn't part of it, but we added that.
It's really delicious. That's great.
Gingerbread cookie and sugar cookie. I just made a few of those because I just wanted to show them how the dough does. Yeah, I made them be crunchy.
I like it.
If you roll it out thicker, it's thicker, you know.
Oh, that's good. Don't mind if I do. Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, that's the best one, isn't
Wow.
it?
That is really good.
Come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Come ye to
Thank you.
Him. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Come, let us adore him. Come, let us adore him. Come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Sing, choirs of angels, sing in exultation. Sing, all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God.
The magic of a small town Christmas. This is one of my favorites. We got it last year. Nestled under smoky hills with skies crystal and clear, sits my town of Heartbeat Falls, a place I hold so dear. In spring, wildflowers bloom. In summer, lakes turn turquoise blue. And at Christmas time, it's magic with the most exquisite view. There's Mr. Richard's tree farm with the piney scented air. He grows every tree from seedlings with tenderness and care. At Sherry's, the town bakery, there's gingerbread galore, while candy canes and garlands decorate Heartbeat's own toy store. Bright lights adorn the houses, festive wreaths hang on the doors. And over at the skating pond, they're passing out the s'mores. Candles flicker in the windows of the church that's all aglow, as the stars watch over Heartbeat, joyful beacons in the snow. Oh, this one's making you sleepy? Inside, a mama's baking sugared sweetness everywhere. Stockings hang over the fire, hand-stitched with small town flair.
Bye.